and get started. So you're making your way to a seated position. I recommend a block, a blanket, and even maybe a chair. If you so choose for props. And as you make your way to your comfortable seat, so comfortable seat is whatever is comfortable in your body. So that may not necessarily be with your legs crossed. Perhaps you have them straightened out. And perhaps you are sitting on something, such as your block and your blanket. That is my favorite prop these days, to come to a comfortable seated position. And once you get there, you're going to close your eyes down. Get long and tall in your spine. Let your shoulders be soft down your back. Soften your face, your neck, and your jaw. Your chin is parallel with the earth. And we are just taking a moment here to get quiet and still. Your hands can be resting, perhaps they are just resting in each other in your lap. So back of one hand resting in the other palm. Perhaps you have them resting somewhere on your legs, face up or down. So palms can be down or they can face up towards the sky. So we are going to take a moment to tap into that place of quiet stillness. As you close your eyes down and get still in your physical body, bring your attention to the innermost deep stillness within. And as you're here in this stillness, begin to deepen your breath if you have not done so already. And we're going to come into a little breath pattern called Ujjayi breath. So that translates to oceanic breath. You're just going to bring a light constriction to the back of your throat. Your lips are closed and you're breathing in and out through your nose. And through this light constriction in the back of your throat, you will begin to notice that your breath pattern may sound like that of ocean waves. If this is not comfortable for you, if you are having some of the ailments that you guys have mentioned, such as sinus infections and perhaps allergies, or recuperating from a recent illness, please just adopt your regular breath pattern. But if you can, adopting or coming into the Ujjayi breath. So the light constriction in the back of the throat, breathing in and out through your nose, your lips are sealed. That will create the sound of the ocean, mimic the sound of the ocean. So just coming into this breath pattern for several rounds here. Bringing a sense of ease and clarity into the moment. And so we are continuing with our themed practices revolving around the Yamas. And so we have reached our fourth tenant in this observation. of the Yamas, the ethical restraints in our yoga practice as outlined in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. And so the fourth tenet is Bramycharya. And so Bramycharya translates into moderation. It is often thought of as pertaining to celibacy. So in the Yoga Sutras, in the ancient form, Bramycharya represents celibacy or sexual restraint. But coming into modern times, we can also think of it as moderation. So moderation in attachments, in pleasures in general. So we have a tendency to kind of go overboard sometimes. So you could think of it as, shopping sprees, things like that. We have a tendency to kind of go overboard in our attachments to those physical pleasures in that sense. And so I like to think of this practice in my own life as just general moderation. So everything in moderation, including moderation, is how I like to think of Bramycharya in my own life. And so over your next few breaths, continuing with the Ujjayi breath, think of an area in your life where you have too much excess, where you overindulge. So even sometimes overindulging in good things, you can go overboard too much. So just think of an area in your life where you can bring forth more moderation and focus on breathing into that area, that process, and think of ways that you can adopt more moderation in that area. And once you come into that, just take some deep breaths into that to seal it in. Taking some deep breaths into adopting more moderation in an area of your life that you may be overindulging. And as we move through our physical practice, we draw up the energy to adopt more moderation in all areas of life, both good and bad. So we're going to start our practice this morning with some Kumbhaka breath work. So breath work of retention. So Kumbhaka is retentive breath work. So we're going to count through this breath work. We're going to inhale to the count of 6. We're going to hold, so that's our Kumbhaka, our retention, to the count of 4. And then we're going to exhale to the count of 8, and then just hold briefly at the end of the exhale. We're going to do 5 rounds of this breath work. So feel free to keep your eyes closed and just listen as you practice your breath work, or if you need to watch, then you can slowly flutter your eyes open. I'm going to keep mine closed. So we're going to start by taking a full cleansing inhale in through the nose. exhale to release. Do that 2 more times. Inhale deeply in through the nose, expand out through your belly, chest, and side bodies. And then exhale to release, navel to spine. Inhale deeply in through your nose. And exhale to release. We'll begin our kumbhaka, our breath retention now. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Navel all the way to spine. Hold for just a moment. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Navel to spine. Hold for just a moment. If at any time this breath work is too much for you, just breathe naturally. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, navel to spine. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. Last round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Expanding your belly out as far as it can go. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, navel to spine. Release, and just come back to your natural breath pattern for just a couple of rounds here. And just feel the effects of this breath work in your body. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like to. If you need to watch me slowly flutter them open, we're going to come into a seated butterfly position. So you're going to bring the soles of the feet to touch together. You can remain seated on your prop if you'd like, or you can just stay with your sits bones down on the earth. We're going to come into some seated cat-cows from here. So next inhale, you're going to shrug the shoulders down the back. You're going to arc the spine, look up towards the sky. So your grip can be on your ankles or on your toes if you can reach. And then exhale, you're going to round the spine, draw your chin in towards your chest, and then bring your shoulders forward. Inhale 2, arc the spine, look up high. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, arc the spine, look up towards the sky, shoulders down the back. And then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine, feeling the stretch in the back space behind your heart. 2 more of these. Inhale to arc the spine, look up high. And then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, arc the spine, look up towards the sky, shoulders down, and exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Coming back to your seated position, so you're keeping the soles of the feet touching here. Next, inhale, growing long and tall in the spine. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So bring your right fingertips behind you and your left palm rests on your right knee. Inhale, growing long and tall in the spine. Once again, exhale. You're going to see if you can bring your gaze behind you. So as you bring your gaze behind you, see if you can keep your torso nice and still. So this gets into a nice neck stretch here. Take a full breath in through your nose, growing long and tall in the spine. Breathe out through the crown of the head. And exhale, we release back to center. Let your palms rest on either your ankles or your knees or your feet, toes. Inhale, grow long and tall in the spine. Shrug the shoulders down the back. Exhale, same other side. So you're going to rest the right palm on the left knee. Left palm rests somewhere behind you. Inhale, grow long and tall in the spine once again. Exhale, turn just your gaze behind you. So see if you can keep your torso still here. Take a full expansive breath in through the nose. Exhale, release. We come back to center. So we're going to do those movements one more time on each side. We're going to add on a little extra neck stretch. Inhale deeply in through the nose, growing long and tall in the spine. I can't talk today. Exhale to twist your torso to the right. Right fingertips or right palm lands behind you. Left palm rests on left knee. Fullest, deepest inhale here in through the nose. This time as you exhale, keep that right shoulder, both shoulders down your back actually, and drop your right ear down towards your right shoulder. So to create a little more space, you might even want to back your fingertips, your right fingertips up even further behind you. Take a full inhale here in through the nose. Nice little neck stretch here. And then exhale, we come back to center. Inhale, palms rest on the ankles or the knees. Grow long and tall in the spine. Or wrap your hands around your toes. Exhale, we twist to the left. Right palm resting on left knee, left palm rests behind, and perhaps you want, or left fingertips, perhaps you want to walk that left hand back further. Take a full inhale here in through the nose. Exhale. Let your left ear travel towards your left shoulder. So see if you can keep both shoulders drawn down your back here. Fullest, deepest inhale here in through the nose. And then exhale, we release back to center. This time we inhale, float the fingertips up high. Bring your gaze up towards the sky. And then exhale, drop right forearm down to the right and left fingertips come over left ear. See if you can keep your left knee down towards the earth. And if you cannot, that's okay. You'll notice mine floats up too. That's totally fine. If you're feeling it, you're doing it. Inhale, reach through the left fingertips. And then exhale, we're going to roll the torso through center. And then inhale, same other side. So left forearm on the earth, right fingertips over right ear. Beautiful. Exhale to stay. Inhale deeply in through the nose. Nice deep side body stretch here. Press that right knee down and away from you. Exhale, moving through center. Inhale, same other side. Exhale to stay. Inhale, last time for this movement. We're rolling our body through center. And then exhale, we meet over towards the left. Take a full inhale here in through the nose. Exhale, we roll the torso through center. Inhale, bring the tops of the hands underneath of the legs. Exhale, draw your face down towards your feet. So this is like an extended variation of our butterfly posture. It's called cobbler's pose, I believe. Take a full inhale here in through the nose. Breathe into the back space behind your heart. And then exhale. Let your nose come down even closer to your feet or closer to the earth. Totally fine if that's not close. Full expansive breath in here, in through the nose. Exhale to release. Take another deep breath in right here. And exhale. Next, inhale. Draw your chin in towards your chest. You're making your way all the way back up to your seated butterfly position. And then as you exhale, we're going to make our way to pigeon pose. So we're starting with the right knee in between the hands, and you're going to straighten your left leg out behind you. So just getting there however you can. We're going to be super nice to our knees because I'm always all about that. So drawing your right foot in towards your groin, that also gives a little more space to drop that, press down through that left hip, press it forward and down towards the earth. Your palms are resting on the earth on either side of your right knee. You want to point down through the left toes, so we don't want to let that left leg off of the hook. Take a full breath in through the nose, press down through your palms. Let your shoulders melt down your back as you bring your gaze up towards the sky. And then on your breath out, perhaps you come into the reclined variation. So you can rest one palm on top of the other. If your face does not come all the way down, you can bring your forehead to rest on your block. Take a full expansive breath in here, in through the nose, breathing into all of the lovely sensations that you're feeling here. And exhale, navel to spine. Fullest, deepest inhale here. Exhale to release, navel to spine. Take another deep breath in. Keep those left toes pointed. Press down through your left hip. And exhale to release. Next inhale, we're going to bring the palms back to frame the right knee. Chin in towards the chest, pressing firmly into the earth. We're coming out like we went in. So our gaze goes up towards the sky. And then exhale to lean over onto the right hip. We're going to come back into our cobbler's pose once again. So you're going to bring the soles of the feet to touch. Inhale, we're going to bring the tops of the hands underneath onto the earth, underneath of our legs. Exhale, we draw our face down towards our feet. 3 breaths right here. Inhale deeply in through the nose, breathing into the back space behind your heart. Keep your shoulders soft. And then exhale, moving with your breath. See if you can get your face even closer to the earth. Maybe, maybe not. So it's totally okay to not go any deeper if you're not feeling that this morning. Take a full expansive inhale here in through the nose. Exhale, feeling your body melt even more deeply into the posture. Take another deep breath in. Exhale to release. Next, inhale, chin in towards the chest. We're peeling ourselves all the way back up. And then exhale, we're going to visit our pigeon pose on the other side. So this time it's the left knee in towards center. We're going to straighten the right leg out behind us. Remembering that if your left hip is floating up off of the earth, you can always bring either a blanket or a block underneath to prop. I think I'm going to do just that right here. Next, inhale, we're going to point into the right toes. Draw that right or left foot in towards the groin, pressing down firmly through the palms of the hands. Draw your right hip forward and down. So feel how that squares the torso towards the front or back, short edge of the mat. Bring your gaze up towards the sky. Shoulders are soft down your back. Exhale, perhaps you lean forward and rest your forehead on your palms or even on your block. Take a full expansive inhale here in through the nose. Breathing in specifically to the back space behind your heart. And exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in right here. And exhale, fullest, deepest inhale. Exhale to release, navel to spine. Next inhale, we're going to draw the palms to frame the left knee, chin in towards the chest, peeling yourself all the way up. We're coming out like we went in, shoulders down the back, gaze is up high. Then exhale, we're going to make our way back through center. And we're going to come through our tabletop position and then meet in our Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So feet and hands are shoulder distance here. You're going to press down firmly through the four corners of the palms. If you can bring your heels to the earth, great. If not, that's okay too. Take a full expansive inhale here in through the nose, right from where you are. And then as you exhale, perhaps you find some movement. So perhaps you sway your torso side to side. Shake your head, yes and no. So getting even more deeply into this posture. Take a full inhale from wherever you are. So perhaps you're still, perhaps movement doesn't work for you this morning. That's okay. It is your practice. Exhale to release. Take another deep breath in here. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale here in through the nose. Coming back to center, back to stillness. Raise your heels, bend your knees. Hips go up high. Pressing down firmly through your palms. Grip your mat with your finger pads. And exhale. Heels and heart melt down towards the earth. Next inhale, we're going to press the earth away, look up in between our hands. And as we exhale, we walk the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. So now you have a choice. Either big toes can touch or feet can be hip distance. That is your choice. Next inhale, stretch fingertips behind, shoulders down the back. We're coming up to Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, nose towards the knees to forward fold, bending the knees as much as you need to. 2 more times for that movement. Inhale, stretch fingertips behind, shoulders down the back. Exhale, nose towards the knees to forward fold. Inhale, fingertips stretch behind, shoulders down the back. Exhale, nose towards the knees to forward fold. So allowing your head and arms to be nice and heavy here. Feeling the crown of the head draw down towards the earth. Keeping the knees as bent as they need to be. Perhaps you find some movement once again and sway side to side. 3 deep breaths right here. Inhale deeply in through the nose. Feel your chest, belly, side bodies, and the back space of your heart expand out from underneath of you. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale here. Exhale to release. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, come back to center, back to stillness. We're going to do our little zombie raise. So pressing down firmly through the 4 corners of your feet, spread out through your toes, keeping a soft bend in your knees. Arms and head hang heavy. Next inhale, chin in towards the chest. You're going to slowly roll yourself all the way up. Keep your arms and head nice and heavy. And then exhale, we meet in our Tadasana, mountain pose. So taking a moment in your mountain pose to let your shoulders be soft. Gently tuck your tailbone forward and up. Keeping your knees soft. Your face and jaw is soft. Back to that place, deep within that place of stillness. Take a full expansive inhale here, in through the nose. Bring your palms to touch at heart center. And then exhale, releasing the navel to the spine. All right, let's do some sun salutations. Inhale with palms pressing together. Raise them up towards the sky, bringing an arc into your spine, so leaning back here. And then exhale, arms circle out and around, bringing your nose towards your knees, hinging at the hips to forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins. We're raising up to a flat back, shoulders down your back. Exhale, you're going to plant your fingertips and step your right toes back, dropping your right knee down to the earth. So remembering that you can pad underneath of that right knee if necessary. Inhale, 2. Let your fingertips float forward and up. Stack your torso over your hips. Bring your gaze up towards the sky here. And then as you exhale, you're going to drop your right hand down on the inside of the left foot. Left fingertips go up towards the sky, and your heart peels open to the left. So this is where our block may come in. You may want to put your block on the inside of your left foot if you can't reach the earth with that right hand. Inhale, 2. Peel the left shoulder down the back. Reach firmly through the left fingertips. And then exhale, all 10 fingertips frame the left foot, so the front foot. Inhale, 2. Straighten the back leg. Your tops of the shoulder heads are down and away from the ears. Maybe you even challenge yourself by getting light in your fingertips. Maybe not. Exhale, 2. Beautiful. Plant your palms and left big toe meets the right. For your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And yes, if you'd like to modify in your down dog, you can always bring your hands to your chair. If that is what you're feeling this morning, then by all means, take a full inhale here, in through the nose. Press firmly through the 4 corners of the palms. Bend the knees, raise the heels and hips up high. And then exhale, heels and heart melt down to the earth. Next, inhale, chin in towards the chest. We're rolling our body forward into our plank pose. Feel free to drop the knees down right away. As you exhale, if you have not done so yet, actually drop your knees, chest and chin, elbows close to the ribs. See if you can keep your hips raised here. And then inhale, drop the hips down, flip your toenails to touch the earth. Press into your palms, peel your heart up. Gaze goes up for your Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Beautiful, ladies. Exhale, 2. Curl toes, hinge hips, and come back to your downward facing dog. Next, inhale, we're going to bring the left foot in towards the center of the back of the mat. Let the right toes float up towards the sky. See if you can keep your shoulders squared here. And you can always do this from a knee down position if that's better for you. Exhale, 2. Round the spine, draw the right knee in towards the nose, and the right foot somehow gets in between your hands. Inhale, kick off of your back foot, so you're making your way to your standing splits position. Feel free to have your hands on your chair if you need to. You're going to drop your left hip down, raise right hip up. Exhale, we're going to come into what's called Jiva squat. So you're going to bend the left knee and draw it in behind the right one and squat down just gently in the right knee. And wobbles means you're building strength, Kathy. Inhale, we're going to do that 2 more times. So raise back up to your half or your standing splits. Exhale, Jiva squat. So bending the left knee behind the right one. 1 more of those. Inhale to extend. And feel free to not participate in this little movement if you're not feeling it today. Exhale to come into your Jiva squat. Last one for the standing splits. Inhale to extend the left toes out behind you. Drop left hip down, raise right hip up. And then exhale, left big toe meets the right for your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Next, inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come out and up. Palms touch up top, arc into the spine, and then exhale. Palms land at heart center. All right, same, other side. With your palms pressed together, inhale, float them up towards the sky, arc into your spine, so a little back bend here. And then exhale, swan dive down, leading with your heart arms out to the sides for your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins. We're raising up to a flat back, shoulders down the back. Exhale, we plant fingertips and step the left toes back, dropping the left knee down to the earth. Making our way to our Anjaneyasana, low lunge, and feeling free to pad into that left knee if necessary. Right knee stacked over right ankle. Inhale, torso stacks over the hips. We float the fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, with left hip forward, right hip back, we sink them down, sink both hips down to the earth. Take a full breath in right where you are. Breath out. We're going to come into that simple twist. So you're dropping your left hand down to the earth or to a block. And inhale, you're peeling your heart open to the right fingertips up towards the sky. You ladies look beautiful. Exhale, sink the hips down even lower. Take a full breath in right here. Breath out. We're going to let all 10 fingertips frame our front foot. So our right foot, straighten the back leg. As we breathe in, shoulders, tops of the shoulder heads away from the ears. Drawing your core in here really helps with stability. So perhaps you get light in your fingertips. Perhaps you don't. And exhale, plant your palms. We meet in our Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Pressing down firmly through the four corners of the palms. Gripping the mat with the finger pads. Inhale, two. Draw the chin in towards the chest. We're rolling our body forward into our plank pose. Drop knees down right away if you need. Exhale, actually drop knees. Chest and chin. See if you can keep your hips up, elbows close to the ribs. Beautiful, ladies. Inhale, flip your toenails to touch the earth. Press into your palms, peel your heart up for your cobra pose. And then exhale, curl toes, hinge hips into your downward facing dog. Inhale, two, bend the knees, raise the heels and hips up towards the sky, pressing firmly into the four corners of the palms. Exhale, heels and heart melt down to the earth. Stepping your right foot in the center of the back of the mat now. Inhale, you're going to float the left toes up high. See if you can keep your shoulders squared. Beautiful, ladies. Exhale, two, round the spine, draw the left knee in towards the chest, and however you can get that left foot in between your hands, that's where we'll meet. Inhale, kick off of your right foot, straightening your right leg out behind you. So we're in that standing splits position. And then exhale, come into your Jiva squat. So bending both knees, your right knee draws behind your left one. Feeling the strength of your left leg. Inhale, re-straighten it. Re-straighten the left knee and straighten the left or right toes out behind you. Exhale, two, come into your Jiva squat. And you can do all of this with your hands on your chair as well. Inhale, straighten your right leg and your left knee. Exhale, Jiva squat. Beautiful, ladies. Last one to inhale and straighten both legs, knees, legs. Exhale, two. Bring your right big toe to meet your left. And forward fold. 3 deep breaths in your forward fold, keeping your head, arms, and shoulders soft and heavy. Take Take a full expansive inhale here. And exhale. Inhale to expand. Breathing in the energy of moderation. Exhale to bring your navel to your spine. Inhale deeply in through the nose. And exhale. Next, inhale, we're going to come up to a flat back. Hands are on the shins, shoulders down the back. Exhale, plant your fingertips. You're going to step your left foot back, and we're going to set up for our Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 posture. So you want your left foot to be catty-cornered, toes facing towards the top left edge of the mat, and heel facing towards the right back corner of the mat. Bend into your right knee, and then inhale, float your fingertips up. Your torso is going to stack over your hips. And then exhale, we're going to sink down into that right knee. So right knee stacked over right ankle. Take a full breath in, reach high through the fingertips. Beautiful work, ladies. As we exhale, we're going to turn that left foot to face both long edges of the mat. So your left toes are going to be facing the left long edge and right heel facing the right long edge. And we're going to re-sink back down into that right knee. So this is our Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 posture. So stretch out long through your fingertips. Beautiful work, ladies. Inhale deeply here, in through the nose. And then exhale, we're going to come into our triangle pose, Trikonasana. So straightening the right leg, tucking the hips forward, reach high through the left fingertips. Your right hand is resting somewhere on your right leg. So the higher up it is, the less intense it is. You can also use a block here to rest your right hand on. Inhale deeply in through the nose, reach high through the left fingertips. Exhale, let your right ear fall down towards your right shoulder and bring your left arm to straighten over your left ear. So you're extending your left fingertips forward, straightening your left arm. Take a full inhale here, beautiful ladies. Exhale, we're simply going to let that left arm fall forward. All 10 fingertips frame the front foot. Step the back foot, the left foot in just a few inches. So we're setting up for our pyramid pose. We're actually doing pyramid this time. Inhale, raise up to a flat back. Draw the left hip forward, right hip back. Bend into that right knee as much as you need to. That hamstring needs space. Mine always does. Exhale, bring your nose towards your right knee to fold. 2 more times for that movement. Inhale to raise, shoulders down the back. And then exhale, nose towards the knee to forward fold. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, nose towards the knee. Next inhale, we're going to raise up to a flat back. Exhale, we're going to make our way to a wide-legged stance towards the long edge of the mat. So just facing the long edge of the mat, all 10 toes are parallel and even with each other. Once again, you can keep a bend in your knees if you need. Inhale, raise up to a flat back. Exhale, let the crown of the head float down towards the earth, and perhaps you begin to sway here. So pretending that the crown of the head is a pendulum and just letting it sway back and forth from side to side. Take a full inhale here, in through the nose. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Take another deep breath in, coming back to center, back to stillness, raising up here to a flat back. And then as we exhale, we're going to make our way to the other side from right where we are. So we're going to start with our Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 posture. So we want to catty corner that right foot, right toes face the top right corner of the mat, and right heel faces the back left corner of the mat. Inhale, bend into the left knee. Float your fingertips up high. Exhale, sink down into that left knee. So left knee is stacked over left ankle. Perhaps you can see your left big toe. Inhale, reach high through the fingertips. Drag the right hip slightly forward, left hip slightly back. And then exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in right here. Turn your pinky fingers towards each other. So that's the outer edges of your hands. Turn them towards each other here. Just for a little bit of different feeling in your arms. Exhale, we're going to come into our triangle pose. So let your right foot, your right toes face the right long edge of the mat. Right heel faces the left long edge. Your left hand is somewhere on your left leg, or perhaps it's on a block. Take a full inhale here. Tuck your hips, tuck your tailbone gently forward. Reach high through the right fingertips. Your shoulders are soft down your back. Exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in. Reach high through the right fingertips. And exhale. Next inhale, we're going to cartwheel our arms up this time, and we're going to land in our Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 position. So bending into the left knee, torso is facing the long edge of the mat. Reach out through your fingertips. Shoulders are down your back, away from your ears. And exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in right here. And exhale. Next inhale. All 10 toes are going to face the long edge of the mat. We're coming into our 5-pointed star posture. So we're in a wide-legged stance. Our arms are reaching out to the sides and up towards the sky. Take a full breath in right here. Breath out. We're going to heel toe our feet in towards each other. Come down to our goddess or horse pose. I've heard it called both. Take a full breath in. Your arms are in a goalpost position. You're bending into your knees. Tailbone is tucked forward and up. Exhale. See if you can sink down more deeply. Let your shoulders soften down your back. Take another deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, fullest, deepest inhale. Really lengthen through the spine. Exhale, straighten both legs. Let the torso melt and the hands melt down to the earth or your wide-legged fold position. So we're here once again for 3 breaths. Perhaps you find movement. Perhaps you stay still. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. And breath out. Fullest, deepest breath. Exhale to release. Next inhale, we're going to come back facing the front of the mat. So right foot is in front and left foot behind. Let the hips sink down low. Bend into the right knee. Heart pulls through the shoulders. Your low runner's lunge position. And then exhale, left knee hits the earth. Right knee meets. And hips are going to come down to the heels. Let the forehead rest in your child's pose, your balasana. So perhaps if your hips are not down to your heels, perhaps you use a prop such as a blanket or block underneath of them. Fullest, deepest breath in here. Feeling your your belly, chest, and side bodies expand out from underneath of you. And exhale. Take another deep, expansive breath in right here. And breath out. Another full, deep breath in through the nose. And breath out, feeling your body sink more deeply into the posture. Next breath in, we're going to move to come lay on our belly. So just stretching your toes out behind you. And we're going to go through a round of Shalabhasana, locust pose. So we're going to start with half locust pose. So bringing your big toes to touch and point down through them. If that's not comfortable for you, you can spread them out too. So that's kind of yogi's choice as well. You're bringing the palms of the hands down by the hips. So your hands are down by the hips, palms are on the earth. Shrug your shoulders down your back. Next, inhale, you're going to peel your heart up away from the earth. Really drawing the shoulders down the back. Bringing your chin forward, your gaze is directly forward. Exhale to stay. Inhale, perhaps you raise your hands up this time, palms facing each other behind you. So this is a nice heart opening posture. And then exhale to release. Rest one palm on top of the other. Forehead rests for just a moment. One breath right here. Inhale to expand. And exhale to release. Next inhale, we're going to go for the gusto. So we're going to bring our hands to rest. Palms rest on the earth behind us. Exhale to stay. So pointing down through the toes. So they can be touching or they can be wide. It's whatever feels best in your body. Notice the difference in sensations if you do both ways. Inhale to peel the heart up off of the earth. Keep the palms just resting on the earth by the hips. Beautiful. Exhale to stay. Inhale, you're going to extend your arms behind you. Palms face each other. Exhale to stay. Inhale, if you want to go further, see if you can raise your feet up off of the earth. So either keep your toes touching or spread out your legs. I like to spread mine out. Exhale to stay. Inhale, perhaps you clasp your fingers together and draw your shoulders even further down your back. Beautiful, ladies. And exhale to release. Let opposite palm rest on top of opposite hand. This time. And we are here for one full breath. So fullest, deepest inhale. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale deeply in through the nose. Keep your shoulders, face, and jaw soft. Exhale, you're going to bend your knees. So let the soles of the feet face up towards the sky. Let your knees and feet be hip distance. So this time we're actually going to keep the knees apart. Next, inhale, you're going to raise up through the front body. Draw your hands behind you. Exhale, see if you can grab a hold of both feet with both hands. If you cannot grab a hold, just reach for them. So this is our bow pose. Inhale, kick your feet into your hands while gently pulling on them, pulling on your feet with your hands. So equal and opposite actions, sort of, kind of. Exhale to stay. Inhale, see if you can raise up a little higher. Beautiful, beautiful. Exhale to release. And we're going to make our way onto our backs. So coming to roll all the way over to lay on your back. And once you get there, your knees are going to be bent, soles of the feet on the earth. Palms resting down by your hips on the earth. Gently tuck your tailbone up towards your belly button here and draw your chin in towards your chest. So as you do those little micro movements, you will feel that your entire spine is hopefully more close to being flush with the earth. Walking your feet back towards each one of your sits bones. So we're going to come into Seto Bandhasana bridge pose. And for me in my body, when I walk my feet back towards my sits bones, I feel like it gives me more leverage to get my hips higher. And bridge pose is a hip opening posture. All right, next inhale, keeping the shoulders on the earth. You're going to raise your hips up about halfway. Exhale to stay. Inhale, we want to raise those hips a little higher if we can. And perhaps if you are having lower back stuff going on, you just do a supported bridge pose this morning. So keeping the block under the hips is always an option. Exhale to stay. Inhale, raise the hips a little higher. Draw your knees in towards each other here. So you want your knees and feet to be flush with your hips. Exhale to stay. Inhale, see if you can raise the hips even higher. And then exhale slowly, slowly, keeping the knees straight out from the hips. Slowly release the hips down to the earth. All right, so we're going to do that one more time. And this time, as we do it, we're going to see if we can touch our heels with our hands. Totally fine if you can't. So it's totally fine to do it the way you just did. If you can, see if you can walk your heels back towards your sits bones and reach the tips of your fingers to your heels. And you can also always do a supported bridge posture. So sliding the block under the hips, that's always an option. And exhale. Next, inhale, seeing if you can keep the tips of the fingers on the heels. Raise your hips up about halfway. And perhaps you can walk your feet even closer to your sits bones once your hips raise. Exhale to stay. Inhale, hips go up a little higher. Shrugging the shoulders down the back, keep the chin in towards the chest. Knees are drawn in towards each other. Exhale to stay. Inhale one last time. Hips go up even higher. A nice little back bend here. Beautiful work, ladies. Exhale, seeing if you can keep those tips of those fingers touching the heels. And let your hips come all the way down to the earth. And then releasing, straighten both legs out here. And bringing your hands out to the sides of your hips, just laying flat on the earth. Gently kick out through your left heel. Draw your left toes back towards your left shin. Your tailbone is tucked up towards your belly button. Your chin is in towards your chest. Your shoulders are soft. Next, inhale, bend the right knee. Draw it in towards the right shoulder. And then exhale, you're going to cross that right knee over the body, over to the left, and bring your arms into either a T or a goalpost position. So your goalpost position is like goddess pose. So you just bend your elbows and fingertips straight up towards or in flush with the top of your head, or you can just keep them in a T shape. So letting the knife edge of the left foot fall out to the left, basically resting it on the earth. Take a full breath in, gazes up towards the sky. Breath out, we're going to bring our gaze over towards our right fingers. Fullest, deepest inhale here. And exhale. If your right knee is floating, you can always bring a block underneath of it to rest it on. Take a full breath in. And breath out. Fullest, deepest inhale here. And breath out, we release, come back through center. Keep your arms right where they are. Straighten out through your legs once again. So that's where we're starting to come into our reclined spinal twist. So press out through the right heel. Draw the right toes back in towards the right shin. Tuck your tailbone up towards your belly button. Shoulders are soft and chin is down towards your chest. Next, inhale, let's draw the left knee in towards the heart. Exhale, basically we're turning over onto our right side. So letting the right knife edge of the foot become flush with the mat. Left knee crosses over the body to the right. Keeping both shoulders pinned down onto the earth. Your gaze is up towards the sky. If your left knee is floating, you can always bring a prop underneath of it if that bothers you. Take a full breath in here, breath out. Final adjustment in this posture is to bring our gaze towards our left fingertips. So letting your gaze fall over to the left. If you don't learn anything else in my yoga classes, you might learn your left from your right. Take a full breath in here, in through the nose. Breathing into all the lovely sensations. Breath out, navel to spine. Breath in to expand. This is a full body opening posture, I feel like. Exhale, navel to spine. Fullest, deepest breath in here. And then exhale, we release, moving our hips back through center. Inhale, let knees and feet touch. Draw your knees towards your face, face towards your knees. Wrap your hands around your shins to give yourself a hug. And then exhale, release into everybody's favorite pose, your final resting pose, your corpse pose, or Shavasana. So taking up space in your Shavasana. So perhaps you let your hands and feet hang wide. Perhaps you come into a reclined butterfly position. So as we started in our seated butterfly, perhaps you bring the soles of the feet to touch and let the knees come out to the sides in your reclined butterfly. Perhaps you bring one hand to rest on your heart and the other hand to rest on your belly, taking any other positions that feel good in your body. Your final resting position. Letting all of this work we just did be absorbed back into the earth. There's no more work to do in our practice today, except for just rest. And every time your mind wanders, come back to full focus on your breath. Slowly reawakening your physical body. Wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles. Windshield wipering knees or feet. A long body stretch. So those are all ways to gently reawaken. And then as you're ready in your own time, nice and slow, make your way back to where we started. So back to a comfortable seat. Welcome back. And once you get back to your comfortable seat, we're going to close our eyes down once again. Grow long and tall in your spine. Soften your face, neck, and jaw. Your chin is parallel with the earth. Tongue is off of the roof of the mouth. And just notice how you feel versus when you began class. Notice what has shifted, what is different. No judgments, just observations. Breathe into what you're feeling here, what you're noticing. And as we walk off of our mats and out into the world, perhaps we can continue with the thought and the idea of everything in moderation, in line with our Bramycharya theme. Bringing your palms to touch at heart center. Bow your chin in towards your chest. Deepest gratitude to our bodies and our breath to be able to move, shift energy, and feel into our physical bodies in this way. Bringing your thumbs to touch at your third eye center. And in our shared collective offerings, we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you so much in sharing this practice.